And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Humankind on Civ difficulty. This is the second stream. We're still in second place, although maybe less in second place than we were at the beginning of the stream. This is the third part here. So we're going to try to defeat this army that's landed from the score leader who is invading us, or attempting to invade us. We're mobilizing more forces. We're trying to very rapidly tech into our era unit. Our culture's unit for the era. Because we think it'll be a good unit for fighting. Okay, so they're going to go ransack something, which is probably not actually in their best of interests, given they're about to be caught in a pincer. Yeah, I think they've just seen our unit coming. Guys, you can't deploy all the way back in the city. Your flag to defend is up here. Where am I getting a runner from? That's very last era. Must have a runner just sitting out somewhere. Oh, not very much last era. Very, first era. Oh, I had a runner sitting up on the border during reconnaissance. That's where that's coming from. Okay, we'll deploy something like that for initial deployment. We'll leave you in the city. That's fine. Oh, and the catchment zone is large enough they're getting their reinforcements from their city. Okay. So the double army battle. Rapidly deploy our reserves here. One of these reserves, I think we'll just deploy there. Should keep it out of the comm plat. Leave you in the fortification and get you opening fire right away. Okay. The elephant. Charge the elephant. Charge the elephant. Elevation charge. We're gonna eliminate yourself if we do that, although that's probably still what we're playing here doing. Yeah. Okay, ending that combat round. Not the best of turns for me, although I think we can definitely do worse. bring in the boats to block up the channel. Looks like it's mostly swordsmen coming in the next batch. Okay, in that round. Oh, they managed to take the flag. That's annoying. Only annoying, though. Maybe we can drive them off the flag. Yeah. Okay, not a great turn for us. Lots of casualties on our side. They got a bunch more swordsmen coming in, so we're going to want to be running more forces over. Join in. We do have a convenient road that comes along there. Yeah, it's not super convenient. It's going to be 3 turns out. Actually, the current rate is too late for the fight. Although maybe not for the cleaning up action post-fight. Start getting you running over, regardless. Oh, and of course, you're in the fighting area, aren't you? So you're not going to be able to do anything at all. No construction in progress, and nothing I can queue because you're in the fighting area.
Hold your position.
Yeah, I just need to stall for 2 turns. We're gonna wait until we get our elephants, just build a bunch of elephants. Oops. WSD, not Q or E. Battle's currently underway, and... Oh, I've got another turn. Move the boats a little bit. Okay, we got one killed in the crossing. Well, the rest of them we got across, so we're just gonna, with the exception of one of them, we're just gonna try to chew them up as they cross. Okay, let's do 1 turn of parade for the XP on the units we're going to recruit next turn. Marching you. Similar sort of thing there, I think. Oh, your stability went down real fast. For some reason. Probably because we've got a lot of luxuries being besieged. Yeah, that's probably the reason. Settle the city watch for the stability. And these places, half the Empire can't work because it's in the battle zone. Okay. Okay. We're gonna see if another one comes into the channel, so our fleet can send them to the bottom. Nope. Yeah, don't make that grave mistake. Okay. There we go. So there's our siege cannons, which is most importantly are big giant elephants. So I'm going to want some of those elephants. Let's get a whole stack of being built in the capital. Whole stack of 6. Yeah, wasn't expecting these guys to arrive in time. Apparently I underestimated how long this battle would go. Okay. The other side's like, maybe it's not a good idea to cross the strait. Like, yeah, it wasn't a good idea for you to cross the strait the first time, but it's even worse of an idea now. What's your range? 4? Although I think what's happening is the force is getting in the way. I can't shoot from there. Okay. Force on their side, I think, is getting in the way. Restricts vision. Yeah, so it's probably like -1 range per hex, and it only takes 1 for us to be Out of range. Weave of Iron and Blood. Recognition of your elevated status on the world stage, a great artist has been accompanying you and your retinue as you travel your empire and beyond. Now, many months later, the artist and their team have completed a great masterpiece, a brilliant tapestry that stretches the length of the palace. Born scenes are depicted great glories, marvelous cities, and the people's adulation of your rule. How should such a marvel best be used? Hanged, divided, or sell? I don't need the money that bad. This is another narrative event. +1 strength on 39 targets for 10 turns. Or patriotic and get unit cost decreases. Let's go hang. And we've got 2 more turns here in this fight, although, again, I think we just end the turn here. And they stay stationary. Of course they do. Twitch chat saying, need some siege mortars, blow up them in their walls. Well, to be fair, this is actually a defensive battle. This is them attacking us, like, here. That somehow caught their city, my city, my city, my city. It's just a massive battlefield here. So really, they are losing their attack because they gotta cross the strait into my navy, which is just not gonna happen. Which is why they're not trying to cross the strait into my navy.
Advancing the artillery.
Get that one. Grab one of you. Of course you need more food. You're barely running a deficit. The solution in the long term is probably build a farmer's quarter. That requires food. It requires stability that we don't really have at the moment, so we're not going to worry about it too much. Battle is currently underway. That's what we got to do is pop into our battle here. to pop it back to us, which is going to give us the ability to just embark a bunch of our troops. Okay, so next turn we'll be doing some landing, seeing if that actually works. In the meantime, we build more of our war elephants.
Right.
Awake and alert.
We're doing what we can to stabilize that city, but it's apparently not enough. I guess the food positive. Put us back below. Although we're in strained, right? So we don't want to, we want it to stay between 30 and yeah, I want it to stay above 30. So I suppose we can take the farmer's quarter right now for the food, and then we'll be back for other things. And we got the fight.
Negative.
The landing site here and the launching site apparently is just so stringent. Okay. Okay. You landed. And those two can land on the next one. Make us spawn by moving around. Okay. Okay. So, the fight's moving in our favor. Although, it's probably one of those situations where we're actually just better off with the fight ending for us to start it up again on our terms instead of on their turns. Yeah, by the time the fight ends, we're going to have these guys rolling in, which is really what we want. Let's throw our reserves in. Next wave of reinforcements arriving. I don't think these ones are going to get actually involved in the fight. Seriously. Oh, on their side, they're now down to the boat. Okay. Which, of course, our boat can't get to their boat because of how the map is drawn. Their boat can shoot back. Not particularly great for us. Yeah, that's the end of the combat. So we definitely won that combat. We lost 2 gunners, 5 of the old melees. They lost 1 of the gunners, they lost 2 of the range, and lost 11 melee. For a fight they started. Twitch chat's going in. Need some siege mortars. Yeah, the AI like to attack when they have good walls to get cocky. Loves game of trying to get all the achievements. How many games have you played? Oh, on stream, this is the 3rd streamed one. I've played a couple before I streamed the game, but that was all the way back in like release, which is basically all the DLC. I don't have all the DLC. Well, basically got none of the DLC. It's a good way to describe this is the DLC
Taking the watch as ordered.
that I have. Okay, so this city can now become functional again. Let's try to get it actually being functional. Yeah, well, you're gonna take a construction malice on you, but that's fine. We're gonna crank a bunch of these out. Quick succession. And then probably redouble you on making more food. Okay, your food's stable. We're going to redouble you on improving your stability. So I get 5 stability from a commons quarter, or I can get 10 from a garrison. So we're going to go for 10 for the garrison. Oh, can I get my next wonder? I cannot get my next wonder yet. Really would like to get the Brussels Town Hall.
The written word was previously available to a small, often wealthy elite. Now, knowledge and propaganda can be distributed to the masses.
Movable typeface.
Mass dissemination. But will it be of information or of propaganda?
Why can't it be both? Now you try to move to deal with you. We're gonna get the damage unit or the 2 damaged armies merged up into 1. We're gonna continue moving you down to the west coast. May try to. Well, we know the city actually has militia, right? Because I don't think the militia went on the offensive, right? So we got. I want to figure out where we want to lay siege the city from. Probably want to get my elephant cannon up first. Okay, you're built, so we can start getting you wandering over. Oh, and your stability is real low. probably also want to do something that's going to boost your stability. Which, again, is, unless we've got particularly good common houses, is probably going to be garrisons. I think before the war started, we had armies garrisoning these cities, which was providing stability buffs. Obviously, the armies are no longer garrisoning the cities, given the ongoing circumstance. So they're all deployed to the front. Need 3 on food. Artistic expression. So I can do censored art. Stability loss per turn is reduced, but also gain is increased. Or free art, or free arts for extra stability on commons quarters. And influence. If it wasn't saving for a wonder, we'd probably go for the free art. And don't need to decide what text we're going for. Okay. We rushed mobile typeface. Oh, well, we were doing mobile typeface before we swapped over to rushing for siege cannons. Let's go mercantilism for the manufactory, extra saltpeter. And then humanism. At which point we'll probably be moving to next turn. Oh, actually, I suppose after humanism we should do flank lock, because we're going to need it for getting text to the next level. Next era.
Awaken alert.
Okay, so you're losing food, so you need more food. You're gonna starve too. Honestly, I don't think we can stop you from starving. Well, you've got a sustainability. We can start building some farmers' quarters. Which might stop you from starving twice in a row. So yeah, we'll get that built. As far as the war is concerned,
Go ahead.
we're definitely winning. Declaring war proximity to the attacker. And we're not even losing any per turn. Okay. You do not have seafaring yet. Okay. Although we can run you to over there and then won't be lost at sea anymore.
Reporting for lookout duty.
Okay. We've got you up to 46 stability. Probably actually should start also getting these religious ones, some more religious ones out. You're recommending there. Sure. It's gonna cost food, but we got the food in the capital, so that's not a problem. You're so stable, you could probably actually benefit from another farmer's quarter. Although it's so stable because it's a single city. With no expansions to it. Okay, food thing finished. It didn't help clear the food problem. So the city's gonna shrink in a turn. It's gonna shrink by 1, which probably isn't gonna be enough to solve the problem. Yeah, because the major upkeep is actually the upkeep of the armies in the field. So we're gonna build a farmer's quarter. Plus 18, which isn't super great, but that plus the extra farmer to put on will probably be enough. Stabilize you. Okay, we're running money deficit. Although I can run that deficit for a couple turns, that won't be a big problem. New wonder can be claimed. Got a sea battle going on. Yeah, maybe need to get better boats. I saw one boat and like, I can do 5v1. And the answer probably was, yeah, I probably could have done 5v1. 5v3 is apparently not going to end well for our fleet here. Yeah, it'd be very one-sided battle. Okay, so if we do a naval invasion of the island, we want it to be quick, because guys are not going to be able to sit out at sea very long against that. We'll get some new boat types. Although let's maybe fix some of our food problems, because we're no longer feeding those guys.
Taking the watch.
Time to board.
Awake and
Awake and alert.
Well, that wonder built pretty quick. So you're stable. You were stable at 60. Going to 41. You're going to 43. So 41 is probably the worst. Farming quarters is going to fix the food, yeah. Okay. Maybe join in on that construction. No, more researchers. Actually, probably should leave some people in money so we're not running a deficit. We don't need making a bunch of money, but some money would be nice. And then let's claim the wonder while we can. We want this wonder, particularly because it is fame per wonder claimed, previously claimed, and built in the future. And then, arguably, some of the techs we're working on right now are these ship improvements. So 3-mast, gonna get us caravel. Oh, I suppose if we want proper warships, we need naval artillery. Yeah, should do naval artillery. And then mercantilism, humanism, flintlock. In that order. Oh, I suppose that means we're then skipping 3 masts, so we don't have caravels, which is probably fine.
Up the ramp.
Interesting. That was, I think, purple coming up into the era with us, not the next era. Not brown going up.
On guard.
According to scout, awaken alert.
This is also going to provide 20 stability. Money for being next to market makers, industry for being next to markets. You don't need stability. You could do with some, but there we were building one that's going to finish this turn. You're down to 33, so it's actually probably you who needs the most. If we were to build it, first of all, where is it recommending I build it? In there. But we really don't need approval there, although yeah, it's probably recommending because it's the best yields, right? Yeah, we're getting like 50 influence for adjacency. We'll agree with that. That's probably the place to put it. Which then I think is where all the other ones are going to pile in to get it done quicker. Get it down to 2 turns. Quickly.
And heat.
Okay, next turn will be ashore, so if the Navy hasn't arrived by then, we'll be laying siege.
Taking the watch as ordered. Reporting for lookout.
Just position.
A wondrous work indeed. No doubt the neighbors are eyeing you with a great deal of
It's
jealousy.
300 fame, and it's helping us catch up with the neighbors. Although we're falling a little bit behind them, where we were, relative to where we were a little bit ago. Okay, we did manage to get ashore. Lay siege. Okay, this is not an all-encompassing siege battle, at least as far as I am concerned. So this is a lot less concerning than it could be. Tag those guys in as a reinforcement wave. Anyway, we lay siege. We'll see if they sally. They've got a lot of city forces, so they could attempt to sally. I would not be surprised if they did.
Awake and alert.
Reporting for lookout.
You probably just want to be off in the corner somewhere. There wouldn't be too bad, I think. Still have this god there. That'll help stabilize you. Toss you on there. That gets it to finish in a turn, which is actually perfect. What's our best market? 8. 8's pretty bad. Let's get those buildings done pretty quickly, and I think we'll just do another armor. Sure. Oh, it's recommending there, but we can't actually put it there while the battle's going. Fair enough. Oh, and it's 1 per territory. So it's actually going to be on that coastline. It can't be on that coastline right now. Fair enough. And then we can do some more harbors here. Or there's a couple different other things we can do. That'll be fine for the moment. Trip to 61. You can actually do with more food. There we go, that'll solve the food problem. Although, actually, no. Cancel that. You spend the rest on food and that would do the same. Don't even have a trade here. We do have a main plaza, so +3 money is +3 money. Based on a true story, your achievements are many and your lands beautiful. Since times of antiquity, your people have marveled at the place of great national grandeur, Yellowstone, within the lands, but few have heard the true and thrilling story behind its discovery until now. Popular playwright in Kerma has adapted the events for the stage, the saga of exploration and high adventure, replete with dramatic embellishments and vivacious romance. People are thrilled, and you hear it's not half bad. Perhaps you should grace the theater with your own presence and see for yourself. So we can attend to get progress, which gives us learning, has a chance of follow-up events. Or pass for industry cost reductions. And we'll go learning. I think we got the troops deployed that we need deployed. Let's see if they sally. They do, in fact, sally. So, manual battle. We've only got 3 hexes to deploy in, apparently. Isn't super great. Let them do their turn, we'll work on the rest of our country in the meantime. Germa! That doesn't get you anything. That gets you 4 more money. Take the 4 more money. Harappa. That gets you 4 money. That's nothing. That's nothing. So take the 4 money. Both of those getting complete would technically get us out of deficit, so that's not super bad. Okay, you're at 55. We'd like you to be better. Grab the dock, because I'll get you food positive. Grab printing house, because I'll get you 20 science. And then we probably work on a wonder that another culture site for stability. And this place just needs all the buildings. Definitely do with more aesthetic stars. Some more science wouldn't be bad. That's more science. That's more aesthetic stars. That's probably nothing to keep that one specific location. Where is my reinforcement flag that I'm being denied, probably, for deployment? Guessing one of those two places, honestly. There's our elephants showing off what elephants do, which is move and fire. Well, pirates, if you think you're hard enough, come and have some. Okay, they've got their buccaneers can move and shoot. So, unlike heavy cavalry, where we're told we can't cross walls, we don't get told with the elephants. Okay. So in a way, I'm actually maybe blocking my own advance here, which isn't super great. Still gonna be a bad day for any of the guys that send over to deal with the elephants, because the elephants just hit hard. Okay. That's the end of the battle for that turn.
Taking the watch as ordered. Hard, Commander.
Combat-wise, I think things are still going reasonably well. Although we're probably, at this point, sort of farming military stars off each other, which is maybe not ideal for us. We want them not to be getting stars, not picking them up from fighting us. Naval artillery, that's going to get us access to new ships. Got the scientist star. So we could era up. We'll look at the culture choices in the beginning of the next recording. Militarist, we got 5 more for military. We got 4 more for tech for the next star. 17 more for builders, last builder star. We don't need more expansionist, yeah. Yeah, so we're basically working on those 3 if we're going to hang around in this era. The builder is definitely still tempting to do. And then tech-wise, there's still quite a few techs in this era that we want to do before we go to the next era, because otherwise we just don't have access to techs in the next era. I think right now we have access to these 2. We have access to the steam engine, the encyclopedia. Not to say the academy is not great. Rail assisted construction, maker quarters industry cost, coal, train station. Yeah, a lot of these aren't necessarily going to help us with fighting right away. I suppose we could be if we were to tech up quicker, we could try to make the dash to say nationhood, but that's just conscripts, that's defending troops. Symposium. Carbine is dragoons. Yeah, we're gonna go with the line infantry before we get good infantry. That's down the bottom. That's where we need flintlock for. So yeah, we're at least gonna hang around in this era for at least 5 more techs. Whether we stay for more than 5 techs is a good question. How's the fight going? Our side's stronger overall, although see how long that holds. Okay, the fight balance is staying how it is. End the round, give them a go. So yeah, they're just bringing more in. They're flooding more into the zone, which isn't necessarily a bad idea for them, or even necessarily for us. If they throw troops and start crossing, we can just start landing. Okay, one melee deployed. Now we just need to make arrangements for him to actually get up to the front so we can try to claim the walls. Either that or we're just sitting back here and just hitting the cannons, which probably is what I should be doing. I should be laying siege them with cannons. The cannon elephants. At least until we rig up capital ships and start bombarding them from the sea. Got another military star, which is more fame. Okay, these can now all be upgraded, although they're real expensive to upgrade. We're going from a range of 1 to a range 4, so these guys might be able to actually shoot up the coastline. We start massing them up.
Hold your position.
Okay, so what do you want? Probably either more science or more... Actually, how quickly are we growing? 1 every 2 turns, yeah, so growing fast enough. Don't need the influence that bad. Don't need the food that bad. Contemplating, do I want research quarters or do I want market quarters? That one's actually somewhat decent. There's science. Are we even getting a recommendation for where to put the science? Yeah, not really. So as much as I want more scientists, the market quarter is going to be the better choice right now. Get some more income, then we'll be less dependent on putting workers on money. Oh, and I'm out of religious buildings to build for support. Culture-wise, do I have enough to pick up Commons Quarter? Free art, yeah.
If art is to speak and show the truth, you can't gag and bind it.
We still have that battle underway? Okay. Oh, and these units are already shot, have they? Yeah, okay. Okay, that ends that round. Okay. Being told we can go up to the next era, but there's no reason to go up to the next era if the other guys haven't gone up to the next era, and we don't have our checks yet for it. So, remind me later. You know, this is actually a good place to put a part break in. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up for you tomorrow. We'll go over the choices we have for going into the next era, culture-wise. We're not going to do that for like 4 or 5 more techs, but we can make a rough decision on what we're thinking about doing. In the meantime, we got this ongoing war, which is, oh, let the bodies hit the floor, basically.
Faster.
We're basically offsetting each other's war support at this point, so this is going to be a long war. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, they'll put up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to get up, take a quick stretch. I'll be back by the time the ad break ends, is I think the plan. So until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.